Good morning, friends. It's Thursday. It's April the 23rd, and I'm coming to you from my balcony here at the condo. It's one of those cloudy, dark, little cool days, and I don't know about you, when it gets like that, it makes me feel a little gloomy, And you know, we've been having enough of these days during this time of quarantine, and it just makes things a little bit harder. But I got to thinking about why that is, and especially when you think about the need for rain. I mean, you know, certainly without rain we wouldn't have all these green trees and beautiful flowers, that dogwoods, the red buds, all these flowers that are popping out and the leaves are budding out. So we need the rain, and yet our spirits somehow get down a little bit when we have these overcast days, especially during this time of quarantine. And so I got to thinking about that, and I thought about in the Bible where it talks about rain. And it took me to this verse in the book of Joel in the Old Testament, chapter 2, verse 23, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, "O children of Zion, be glad and rejoice in the Lord your God." And that, my friends, is the key. To be glad. You can determine within yourself to be glad and to rejoice in the Lord your God. And then it goes on to say, "For he has given the early rain for your vindication. He has poured down for you abundant rain, the early and the latter rain as before." Well, you know, I don't really care for rainy days, but again, like I said, without the rain, you don't get plants. Need rain. So we ought to be rejoicing that it's raining, that God is still on the throne. God still sends the rains, the former rains and the latter rains. And then in verse 24, "The threshing floors shall be full of grain, and the vats shall overflow with wine and oil." Now, the prophet Joel is trying to encourage the people of Israel to stay faithful to God even during these times of epidemic. And that's what was going on here. If you go back and read the whole thing, you'll see that they were going through a time of great plague. And now God is going to restore the land just like in our day. And what we need to do is to be glad and rejoice in the Lord our God. Until I see you again, stay strong, stay healthy, and stay in prayer. Amen.
It's beginning to rain. Hear the voice of our Father saying, "Whosoever will come drink of the water. I promise to pour my Spirit out on your sons and your daughters. If you're thirsty and dry, look up to the sky. It's beginning to rain."